Hi, my name is Lila Takacs. I'm a sophomore at UVM, and I'm a psych major. I initially chose to do this program just to get an internship on my resume and for more experience. But I'm leaving with so much more than that. I'm leaving with growth in areas I didn't even know I would have the chance to grow in, and with connections to people I probably never would have met. I've met so many amazing people here, made strong connections, and have gained experience that was very much needed. When asked to reflect on my time at my internship at U26 Boston, more specifically at New Mission High School, I would say that the most memorable moment was when both my mentor and my assistant program manager left without notice in the same week. I work in person every day, and my mentor and the assistant program manager were the only other people that I work with. So once they left, everything changed in my work environment, and I was forced to step up in my role as an intern and get out of my comfort zone in multiple different ways. Each week, during check-ins with my mentor, we would go over the usual goals, updates, and the materials for the classes we would be going to the next week. However, the most impactful part of these meetings for me was the end, where we went over something that the other person did well and something that they could improve on. So now that you have some context, I want to fast forward back to the beginning weeks of my internship. I voiced and gotten feedback that I could work on my role comfort and tone when talking to students, other staff members, and teachers at the school. And while I've always been a person who struggles with confidence in the workplace, having the title of intern did not help. I struggled to see myself as a valued member of the 826 and New Mission team because I felt like since I was only an intern, I wouldn't be very helpful. And I was only going to be there for a couple months anyways. My age also became a factor in my low confidence and my low role comfort because while I was working with students that were in 7th or 8th grade, I was mainly working with students who were seniors or juniors in high school. So that meant they were only a year or two younger than I was. And because of this, I knew that when I was a senior, I did not want to talk to people that were even close to my age, and I felt that they would not be able to help me that much. However, once the people that I worked with daily left, I was the only one who knew the little quirks of how the writer's room at New Mission ran. While other staff members of H26 started to cover programming, I was put in the position of them coming to me for answers on how the New Mission writer's room works, where the classrooms we usually visit were. The teachers we work with would recognize me as the most familiar face, as well as the students with whom I continued to build rapport. And through a combination of things, like students recognizing me in the halls and coming to me with questions, I was able to get an increase in my role comfort, and my confidence also started to build. And it was not the experience of, say, being left to the wolves that I was forced to build on my self-confidence skills I hadn't had much of before. And it was with this new feeling of a higher self-confidence that I was able to focus on other things that I cared more about. I was able to focus on finding the best way to support the students I work with and to continue bringing positivity to everyone I interacted with and everywhere I could. Thank you.